Funding for D-News has been provided by the Cal and Lucille Rudman Institute for Entertainment Industry Studies.
Tattoo madness and pizza for all on this episode of D-News.
Hello, and welcome to D-News. We begin our show with a look at some serious ink at the annual Philly Tattoo Convention.
For those of you that don't know, are too cool and playing with their phones. Yes, Batman, I'm talking to you.
My first stop at this crazy convention was to meet some tattoo mega fans.
We've been all over. We've been to Italy, Hawaii, California. Most any of Troy Temple shows we go to, we pretty much stay traveling. You know, maybe 8 shows or so a year.
8 shows a year? I couldn't help but wonder who really has time for that.
Well, it's an addiction at times for some people. Sometimes it's therapy, but the thing people really are mistaken about, they think they don't have any tattoos, they can't come in this room. We really don't care if you have tattoos. Just come in and enjoy our world. Come in and enjoy the people that are here.
There's definitely a lot to see and enjoy here, but I wanted to find out about some of the worst aspects of tattoos. I met with Big Gus from the TV show Tattoo Nightmares to hear about his craziest experience.
Well, there was one where I had to cover up a glove on the stomach, and it was a 2-day tattoo or 2 sessions, and it took 26 hours, and it was tough. It was on the stomach, and it's just a very tough tattoo for not only the client having to sit 13 hours, but myself tattooing for 13 hours for 2 sessions was gnarly, man. So that was a rough one.
A 13-hour tattoo? No, thank you. If that sounds crazy, you won't believe who I met next.
Basically from the time capsule of 1840s and 1950s and circus sideshows across the country and in your neighborhood. Back in the day before television, radio, newspapers, well known as going that farmhouse down there, that farmhouse down there, you'd go see the circus. And of course the older people see the Elvis and the Menagerie, and little kids see the clowns and balloons. And those kids come in all shapes and sizes, even big ugly ones. They want to see the strange, the bizarre, and the unusual, and they would go see the sideshow. Now in the
Meet
sideshow, you see
the Enigma. His entire body is one connected tattoo. He has surgically implanted horns in his head and has even tattooed all the whites of his eyes to black.
I got the idea to be completely a different color. You know, I was trying to think about how to improve my act, and I thought, wow, I could be a different color. Well, how would I do that? Well, there's different lighting. Just different lighting changes. Wait a minute, I could paint my entire body. No, I could tattoo my entire body a different color. Wow, I'd pay to see that.
And that is exactly what people do. They travel from all over the world to see the Enigma with their own eyes. He is truly a work of art. The entire experience was a work of art, and I saw things that will forever be tattooed in my mind. For D-News, I'm Annette O'Malley.
West Philadelphia's Rosa's Pizza has a one-of-a-kind mission, paying it forward one slice at a time.
I'm currently standing outside of Rosa's Fresh Pizza Shop, located at 11th and Market. Now, what makes this place special, you might ask? Well, other than the fact that the fresh pizzas are only $1 per slice, this place has a much more altruistic system that we're gonna get a look into. Here's how it works at Rosa's. Buy a slice for the low price of $1, and if you want, spend another $1 or $2 so that someone else can have a slice for free.
One day a customer offered to pre-purchase a slice that we could then give to a homeless person that didn't have enough money. So I ran out, got Post-it notes, put one up to symbolize and remind myself that there was a slice that could be redeemed. Inevitably, a homeless person a couple days later came in, only had like 65 cents, and we told him to keep the change and gave him a free slice of pizza.
Mason Wortman quit his job on Wall Street and has turned Rosa's into a terrific pay-it-forward system.
It's great food, and it's just a great experience to know that you can help somebody else out, especially when it's cold outside like today.
Some of the beneficiaries are homeless.
It's a lifesaver. There's many times where I've been hungry and gone hungry and didn't know where to go, because a lot of the shelters, yeah, they serve food, but when you turn over a piece of bread and it's green on the back, you don't really want to eat it. You know what I mean?
The unique and benevolent system has launched Rosa's Fresh Pizza into the spotlight. from local newspapers and magazines to social networking.
Found out about it on Facebook, and then he popped up on Ellen, and I already knew about him, and I was like, oh my god, it's the guy from Facebook. Said, have to get down here. I have to be a part of this.
Oh yeah, did I forget to mention that Rosa's Fresh Pizza was also featured on the Ellen DeGeneres Show?
You're 27 years old and you changed your life from working on Wall Street, probably making decent money, to opening a pizza shop to help feed the homeless, which is an amazing thing. And
being on the Ellen DeGeneres Show is like, you know, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Very few people, especially non-celebrities, get that chance to sit in that seat, and I loved it. She gave me a really awesome sign that I hung in the window, and she gave me a check for $10,000. It's really cool to get such great attention for a positive, program that you've set up.
And in addition to Rosa's mission, its pizza is crusty and cheesy.
Is it good?
Yeah.
For DNews, I'm Rogelio Aguilar.
DNews is always looking for graduates who make us proud. Victoria Napolitano is one recent grad with a job you won't believe.
Here's the town hall of Morristown, New Jersey. On January 6, 2015, Victoria Napolitano swore in as the new mayor of Morristown and became the youngest person who ever served as mayor. Victoria graduated from Drexel with a 5-year combined master's and bachelor's degree in 2010. Now she is serving as leader of a town of about 20,000 people.
Credibility isn't a gift that you get on your 30th or 40th birthday. It's something everyone can have. So, deliver your opinions respectfully. Don't back down if someone disagrees with you, and that'll get you pretty far.
An average day for the young leader can consist of many things, like working on the local budget and overseeing details of the Newtown Library.
Don't be afraid to get involved. If there's something that you think you can contribute to, then do it. There's nothing to hold you back from doing that. I think it's important that young people get involved, especially in their communities.
Victoria says she received benefits from her Drexel co-op, which consisted of specialist training at Proscape Technologies.
When you've been out and working in the real world, then you learn to speak up and to take charge, to form partnerships and collaborate with other people, which are really the foundation of a successful career in any field. So take advantage of all of those opportunities that are available to you through Drexel. When you graduate, take advantage of our alumni network. Everywhere I go, I meet someone who graduated from Drexel, and everyone's proud to have graduated from Drexel because we all know that it's given us a boost in our career. And other than that, go Dragons.
For DNews, I'm Zhenyuan Bi.
Guess what? Drexel has a men's ice hockey team, and they're good. Let's meet the student in the nets.
Meet goalie Zach Kentner.
I'm 22 years old. I'm from Reading, Pennsylvania. I'm in the College of Art and Sciences. I'm an environmental science major, and my concentration is ecology and conservation.
By day, he looks like a regular student. But at night, Zach stops frozen rubber objects at high rates of speed.
I started ice hockey in 5th grade, and I had a friend who was at Drexel on the ice hockey team who I had played with before, and he told me that Drexel, their goalie, was graduating this year and they needed a new starting goalie. So he put me in contact with the coach, and then right after that happened, Drexel bought the Academy of Natural Sciences, so we now had a better environmental science program, and it was just like the pieces coming together for me. I had to go there.
Stopping hockey puck is not for the faint of heart. Does he ever fear getting hurt by a flying puck?
Yeah, I've broken my collarbone 3 times from that happening, so I always have that inside fear of it happening, but it doesn't really affect me while I'm playing. I just know there's the possibility that something could happen.
Something is happening when Zach is in the nets.
Zach has been outstanding all year, the backbone of the team from start to finish. I think he's ranked in the top 5 right now in goalies in the ACHA. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing but high praises for Zach right now. He's been unbelievable.
Speaking of unbelievable, this season, Zach got to compete against his brother, who plays for Penn State.
Well, it's definitely about showing that I'm on a better team than my little brother, especially since he was being recruited to play here and he chose a different school over Drexel, so we kind of want to shove it in his face a little bit.
The Dragons beat Penn State 6-3, making Zach very happy. He'd be even happier if more fans jumped on the hockey bandwagon.
I feel like there's a lot of people at Drexel who don't even know that we have a hockey team, and in the past 2 seasons within the country, the Drexel hockey team has really been making a name for itself, and we really want to get the school involved like they are for, say, the basketball team or something.
To find out more about our Drexel men's ice hockey team and game schedule, please visit www.drexelicehockey.com. For Dnews, I am Jae-in Wan.
Every year, 4 local colleges collaborate to make Chinese New Year special for the hundreds of Chinese students far from home.
The Chinese New Year Gala is the most popular and biggest event for the Chinese students in Philadelphia. Just like last year, all the tickets were sold out.
The Chinese Spring Festival Gala is a joint event of 4 different schools in the local Chinese community. Thanks to the 4 local colleges, University of Pennsylvania, Drexel University, Temple University, and St. Joseph University.
This year's show included over 100 performers and staff with 26 acts.
We have dancing, singing, we have a cappella, we have magic shows, we have musical, and we also have a lion dance, and it's all performed by students.
The Spring Festival is a major event in the Chinese community.
Well, Chinese New Year to Chinese people is as important as Christmas is to Western people. So it's like the biggest event of the year for the whole Chinese people. By doing this show, we want to give the talented students a stage to perform and let more people appreciate their talent.
Students of many races seem to enjoy the evening.
I guess I changed my mind of what I would think of as like traditional Chinese culture, that you can see a much bigger variety. So that was really cool to learn.
For Dnews, this is Liu Haojun.
Who doesn't love kittens and puppies? A local animal shelter wants to play matchmaker with you and a beloved pet.
Paws is Philadelphia's largest no-kill shelter and provider of low-cost and basic vet care. Today, we are at the Paws Adoption Center in Old City.
This is the first. We opened in 2009. The second was down in Southwest Philly at 2900 Grays Ferry Avenue. And that is not at all focused towards adoptions. That's really more our clinic side. And then our third facility opened up just less than a year ago in May of 2014.
The weather is frightful, and these loving animals need homes. To adopt an animal, you just need to fill out an application.
The application, once you turn it in, does usually take us about 2 or 3 days to process it, but we always do our best to make it as quick as possible to get these guys into homes.
If adoption isn't possible, fostering can be a great short-term way to help a shelter animal get a temporary home on the way to its forever home.
Particularly during kitten season, which is in the spring, and so during that time the shelters are flooded with thousands of kittens, and they don't all have a place to go, and many of them are too young to live in the shelter overnight even. So it's a very short-term kind of foster commitment because everybody wants the kittens.
And you can also help Paws by donating or volunteering.
We need them to help us with cleaning, to help us with animal care, walking the dogs, feeding and cleaning up the cats. To get started volunteering, you will just sign up if you go to phillypaws.org. That's our website. Click on the volunteer tab, fill out the form there, and then it'll just be about scheduling them for an orientation, and then they can get started with the shifts.
You really should stop by at the shelter and take a loving animal home.
For Dnews, I'm Zhen Yuanbi.
The Drexel players were in high gear recently with a unique project called Love and Information.
The name of the project is Love and Information.
Low Information is a play written by Carol Churchill, and it's a collection of short scenes. We're doing it as a student workshop, and we've broken it down to 7 different student directors. They all paired up with 2 actors each.
The show was produced entirely by student members of the Drexel Players and provided new opportunities for members.
As an actor, working with student directors is definitely a different experience. I mean, it's really cool. Like, for the character I play, I get to work with all of the directors, and they all have like a very different style. And I think it's easier sometimes with student directors because they kind of are more personal.
Student producers Sam Wend and Jacob Mariner felt that this show was a great way to help the Drexel Players learn about their strengths and weaknesses.
It instantly hit me that this was a work that we could really create a space around and tailor to fit us.
This sense of camaraderie and personal development is the foundation of the Drexel Players.
So it's really nice that you have these people that share a similar interest, even though they might be engineers or doctors or art students. Everyone's here to kind of go for a common goal, and I really like that idea.
What I like best about the Drexel Players is the ability to get to actually be in shows, despite the fact that I'm not an EAM major or majoring in theater, and that I get to meet all kinds of different people from different majors that just enjoy doing theater just for fun.
I think we're really blessed to have an active student body and also a really great relationship with our department where we're able to put on this work and give this opportunity to everyone. I think that's a way that makes us really special and Drexel very special.
For DNews, I'm Christine Piccarillo.
So you think you've got talent? Come show your stuff at Late Night Series.
Every Thursday night at 8:30 in the Crease Commuter Lounge, it's free open mic night, a place where students or locals can get on stage and let it rip.
Late Night Series was created to give students or the Drexel community, so it's also professionals from Philadelphia, an opportunity to just sort of work their craft, share songs that they've written, share material that they've written. We really are here to just support creative process.
Here, students express themselves in any way they want.
I'm going to tell you guys about my first ever experience with pornography.
We are a free speech zone. Like, we encourage freedom of expression. We have seen some incredible things happen on the stage, both amazingly phenomenal, just mind-blowingly articulate and intelligent and creative, and then we've seen things that are not quite.
The show has recently moved from the Intercultural Center to the Crease Commuter Lounge, a much smaller environment.
This is a more intimate environment, which is kind of sort of more a Late Night Series vibe. So I actually like it better. I mean, I think the Intercultural Center was more for like bands and rock and roll, and that was fun, and we did that kind of thing there. But back here, it feels a little bit more like people are sitting on the floor. So there's a nicer mix here, which I kind of like.
Late Night Series also benefits the committee of students who promote and set up the shows each week.
They've gotten really good practical experience, and most of them have gone on to continue to manage artists or manage venues, and they really learned a lot while they were running things.
So my major is entertainment arts management, and I've always wanted to open like a music venue of my own, so I feel like running Late Night Series kind of helps me like see what it's like to run an actual venue.
Late Night Series is a forum for all of these forms of expression to come together and be seen and be heard, because you never know what bit of art or creative endeavor is going to change someone's life.
I love the idea that there's a place where people can just try out what they've created and get a response from their peers. So it kind of harkens back to the salons of the 1930s, where great composers like Irving Berlin and George Gershwin would sit around and say, "Hey guys, I just wrote this song," and play an amazing song and get their friends say, "Oh, that's great," or "That sucks."
It's just super chill and super open, and we have all kinds of stuff: comedy, musicians that play guitar, keyboard, poetry. We've had like interpretive dancing. It's free. It's Thursday. Like, that's a college budget.
For DNews, I'm Nicole Albert.
And finally tonight, a new restaurant with a surfer skateboarder vibe has opened on campus. Turns out Wahoo's Tacos is doing more than serving up good eats.
Wahoo is two things. Actually, it's the name of our restaurant. Wahoo's Tacos are more, but Wahoo specifically is a fish that's caught in the South Pacific.
Wahoo's menu features Mexican, Brazilian, and Asian cuisine, and its mission includes bonding with the local community.
We feel like we have a great opportunity to give back to the community and the surrounding area. Our employees, as well as the overall company's overall direction is trying to connect with the community and, more importantly, figure out what opportunities are out there that we can be a good partner.
Wahoo started 27 years ago in California. Philadelphia is the company's first venture on the East Coast.
Wahoo's wants to affiliate itself with a city that is known for fine cuisine. Equally, there's a large skateboarding population around here. If you think about all the skateboarders down in Love Park, they can really associate with the brand Wahoo's.
Good luck to our new neighbor. For D News, I'm Francine Meru.
That's a wrap for this episode of D News. I'm John LaRussa, and thanks for watching.
The production of D News has been made possible with the generous support of the Cal and Lucille Redmond Institute for Entertainment Industry Studies, the Office of University Communications, and the Antoinette Westphal College of Media Arts and Design.